money is the worst poison anybody can give you against your dream. The more money they give you, the more money they give you in your career, in your jobs, the more they're telling you, hey, screw your dream, forget about this. Come, give you money, and then you end up chasing the money and getting the comfort, and you forget about the dream. Because actually, we're not even thinking about like Visoko.
Yes.
Because me and George and Boca, we want to build business. Even until today, our first business was chicken in South Sudan and Uganda. It failed. We had built everything in place. We were like, running this one is tricky. And then we moved on to build Clasona, which Clasona it's still existing business that builds technology solutions for other businesses. So like we had gigs in Kigali of like building websites, softwares and stuff. And then while we were doing those gigs, and then I talked to Dominic and he had that gap. We had that gap. We're like, why doesn't Clasona focus on building our own product?
We're talking like today is a 1 year anniversary.
Yes, happy birthday, Vesoko. Happy birthday to
Yes.
Happy birthday. But yeah, today is 1 year, and it's crazy how it feels like it's been.
I wanted to ask you because we're just saying it turned 1 year. 1 year is 365 days. It happens a lot of things. Sometimes you wake up when you don't want to chord. Sometimes things are running. It's a big celebration, to be honest.
And then today we are going to launch a very big thing we've been working on, which is free shipping for all US orders. So if you want African products, shipping shouldn't be a blocker anymore. And the reason we're doing that,
So you're an international local artist because you're doing it in Rwanda, you're doing it in America, you're doing it in Canada. So
it's like wherever I wake up, and sometimes I also use it as a reason for traveling.
Definitely.
Because I'm lazy to travel without purpose. That's probably another thing I should work on. Like probably my partner would be like, oh yeah, we want to go to Hawaii. I'll be like, oh, is there an African market to visit? But no. Exactly. That's exactly what I need to work on.
Yeah, please.
I always try to find a justifiable reason to travel.
Yeah.
And sometimes I use this music to be like, okay, if I go in Montreal, I can just come like that. Bring back a music video. Yeah. I think don't start a business if you're not 200% passionate about it.
Yeah.
Everything about business is negative.
Instead of Vesoko, of course, because I don't know. It wasn't my calling because I see it's your calling, to be honest. Because I was also the customer who could, wait for people to go back home. You're like, oh, bring for me this, bring for me that.
Yes.
Or you can also use this DHL and
yes. There's this time I went to California, San Francisco for a different conference with like African Diaspora Network. And then while I was grabbing my badge, the lady was handing over badges. It's like, wait, Eve Vesoko?
Yeah.
She's from Miami. She ordered from us. And those are the things I'm like, wait, that's the impact that you want to create. But
welcome back to a new episode of Break the Mentality. If you're new here, this is a podcast that we talk different topics. We share about it, we debate about it, we have different insights over it, and hopefully we leave seeing things differently. But today's guest, I'm honored to have him here, but he's someone who has looked at his job, at his career, at his passion, and the life that he has, aside of that. And then he's like, I don't think I'm busy enough. Let me start a company. Please, friends, join me to welcome Eve, the founder of Vesoko.
Wow. That's an introduction.
Yeah, that's an introduction.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm honored to have you on this podcast.
I'm honored to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. So, I just mentioned about a few things that you do, but do you mind introducing yourself, who you are, what you do? Who is Eve?
Okay. How many minutes do I have for the introduction?
Take your time.
My name is Eve Semana Isuizo. But you can tweak the Semana Isuizo and make it Semji.
Yes.
Because that's a nickname and a stage name. Used to be. I'm an artist. Okay. Don't do it anymore. But I am a co-founder of Vesoko, and I also. That's enough, right?
No, you can continue.
Co-founder of Vesoko, software engineer. I love coding. I love building. also love making music. I haven't made anything recently,
Okay.
but I'm
Yes.
working on it.
I see. So you have a career.
Yes.
You are an artist.
Yes.
You are a co-founder.
Yes.
You are a co-founder.
Yes.
What else? Those are the things that we know.
Those are
Because
things
those are
I
the
know.
three things. Yeah.
What else? Let me see. Is there anything else? I think that's all.
That's
my
all.
life,
Are
yeah.
you a Rwandan? Are you an international student?
Oh,
What did you do in college?
Oh yeah, I'm Randan boy from Murera district. That's my village.
Yes.
And yeah, I came to school. I left Rwanda 2018.
Okay.
I went to do grade 11 and 12 in India.
Okay.
And then after that, I came to the US for college. So in 2020, and then I graduated from Trinity College at Fort Connecticut in 2024 with I was gonna say masters with
Why
a
not?
bachelor's. Bachelor's in
Master soon. You know.
no,
No?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
bachelor's in computer science and music production minor,
Yes.
and then I moved to Chicago. So
I
now
see.
I'm based in Chicago.
You're based in Chicago.
Yes. So I think
Yeah.
that's everything now.
Yeah, I think now people know who you are, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're going to be talking about how, if we're taking life too seriously, what should we do in between? Are we, taking life too seriously or we shouldn't? But before we dive into today's topic, I have, 10 questions for an icebreaker.
Oh, wow. 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are 10 questions for an icebreaker,
Mhm.
and then you're going to be rating them from 1 to 10. How those things can bother you on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay. You have 10 things. I have to rate them how they can bother.
Yeah, so I'll be
1 to
reading
10.
out a sentence,
Okay.
and then you're going to tell me how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how those things can bother you.
Sounds fun. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, if someone leaves you on red, how is that bothering you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Depends on what I'm asking for. If it's not business, I don't care.
You don't care, that's a 0?
Yes.
If it's
If
business.
if it's business and you're supposed to get back to me, 20 out of 10. If it's not business
Yeah.
and it's just like normal life,
Yes.
0. I don't care.
Please respond to,
Oh,
to
0.
him.
Yes.
Is that 0?
It's a 0 normal life, business 20.
What if it's your friend then?
Again, 0.
Really?
Yeah.
Your friends are going to get upset.
That's
'cause
okay.
it's
You have a
like-
right to respond to me and a right not to respond to me. If you choose the latter,
Mhm.
may God
Are you
bless
doing it in the end as well? Are you doing it to them as well?
I know. If I don't respond to you, I will tell you that, I'm not going to respond. I won't
Okay.
just vanish.
I see. Okay. Your friend owes you like $5,000 and he hasn't, mentioned it and doesn't want to pay you back.
That will be 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone cancels plans 20 minutes before.
That's 20.
You heard that?
Yes.
What if it's an emergency?
Well, yeah, it's understandable, but I still hate it.
You still hate
but
it.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
But also 20 minutes before, not too bad as like 10 minutes. So
Or
let's
even
say,
on time.
let's say 9.
Nah. Okay. Your partner forgets your birthday.
That's 5.
What? Why? Why a 5? It should be like an 8 or 9. Explain.
Ah.
Explain your rating, please.
I don't know. It's just the day.
No, explain
It's
that.
okay. It's okay.
So if everyone, okay, let's take it like seriously. Let's make it a scenario,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everyone posted you, your
Yeah.
colleagues, your family,
Yeah.
but your partner doesn't post you, doesn't
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, let's call it a day.
Yeah, I think the reason I gave it a 5 is I should care about it, but maybe I don't care as much because it can also happen to me. I might find
Oh.
myself also forgetting. And again, I'm not like asking follow-up questions, but
Yeah.
it all depends on why.
Okay.
Like, did you normally just forget, or were you actually crazy busy building a business?
Busy
And,
for on your birthday once in a year.
It's a 5.
Okay. For me, it would be like a 10.
A 10?
It would be a 10.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
because
just
you know
a
it.
birthday.
Once in a year. You
Yeah,
knew
but,
it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Off camera, have a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, your boss texts you on your off day.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. It bothers you.
No, that's a 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
It's just in between there.
It's fine. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Someone unfollows you on Instagram.
That's a 0.
Me too. That's a 0. Your friend starts dating your ex.
Starts dating my ex. That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
You don't care.
Yeah.
What happened to the bro code then?
I think again he made that decision, and I think he can live with it. For me, I don't own my ex, and I also don't own my bro. He can enforce the bro code. He cannot. It's really up to him. Like for me, you do you.
So you're like, okay.
Cool. It's obviously screwed up.
Yeah.
Like,
will you still be the friend?
Maybe not.
Yeah,
but
maybe
like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. The last one.
That's a deep question.
That should be an Instagram reel, to be honest.
Yeah.
What if your business fails?
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 20.
That's it. Yeah, I realized if I keep saying 20s, it's gonna get boring. So that's more than a 10, but you can understand.
Yeah, and I said the last one, but this is the last one. Your flight gets cancelled on the day of your vacation.
Vacation. It's a 6.
6?
Yeah.
You know you have planned for this for a whole year.
It's vacation. You can always go on vacation. I was gonna, if you say like it gets cancelled maybe for like a fundraising meeting, it's a different case scenario.
Okay.
Different case. But if for vacation, I don't know. I think.
It's not like a vacation from one city to another city for like 1 hour flight. It's just like going to another continent. You know, you have invested, and everyone is on board. You know, it's like a group chat thing, and you're the only one.
Oh, the only one. Okay, that changes things. Let's give it a between 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Yeah. So thank you so much for those icebreakers.
Oh,
you know,
those are not icebreakers. We've already broken the ice.
You know, those are the icebreakers. But you know, you just mentioned about you being, you know, the founder of Vesoko, the co-founder of Vesoko. Sorry. So do you mind telling us what Vesoko is, and you know, just not like in depth, you know, and let us know what Vesoko is. And I just also want to ask you, how did that come up, you know?
Okay, so first what Vesoko is, and then how it came up.
How it came up.
Vesoko is this.
Yes.
So this is Agasha, for people who don't know. It's a product from Senator Nyangara Maranda, and Vesoko is basically a platform that brings together that gives exposure to African people selling African products in the US, and then it brings those products to the customers. So if you think about, like, there's a seller in maybe Oklahoma that's only selling to the Oklahoma community. Well, if you give them a nationwide platform to sell products, because maybe there's someone in Hartford, Connecticut, who doesn't have a store around them, but they also need Agasha. So how do you bridge that gap? So that's Vesoko sits in between the products and then the people looking for the product.
So they're African products.
African products only. I have to mention that African products only. And the reason I'm saying product, not like African sellers, because maybe there's an Indian seller selling African products. That's not a limitation. As long as we are very strict about the authenticity and also like not substitutions. Like we want Agasha, like not Mexican Agasha or Mexican citro. Like I have a lot of citros. Like no, that cannot be, because I want to be very, whatever you grew up on the street of Kigali, drinking, eating, or using for lotion or all that, I want it to be exactly that.
The same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, before we go, you know, into what Vesoko is, the products, the delivery, the updates, the everything. Yeah. Let's go to the first day where you're sitting and you're like, I think there is something that I need to do. Why Vesoko? How did it come? Where did you get the idea? Were you missing something? Did someone come to you and like, maybe for instance, if someone said like, we don't see random products in the US, maybe your friend, like take us to that moment and walk with us into that thing.
Yeah, all of us lived the problem. All of the founders, we were all students here, and then, like I said, in Hartford, there's not a random store at all in the city, And so when I'm in Hartford, I can't get like random products. And then you go online, obviously you might go to Amazon and do couple 3 searches. You'll find one or something related to it, but there's a big gap. And then when you go to like a state like Ohio, wow, every 10 minutes there's a random store.
Yes.
So we leave that problem. I leave the problem. My other co-founders leave the problem from the customer POV. If you look at the seller POV, the other co-founder, the fourth one, Dominic from Kentucky, he lived the problem of, okay, now he has products, he has inventory, but they are not moving as fast because he's selling to people he knows.
already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now how do you solve those problems at the same time? So I visited Dominic, I think 2023 or 2024. He was already doing the wholesaling. Actually, we were not even thinking about like Vesoko.
Yes.
Because me and George and Boca, we want to build business. Even until today, our first business was chicken in South Sudan and Uganda. It failed. We had built everything in place. We were like, running this one. It's tricky. And then we moved on to build Clasona, which Clasona it's still existing business that builds technology solutions for other businesses. So like we had gigs in Kigali of like building websites, softwares and stuff. And then while we were doing those gigs, and then I talked to Dominic and he had that gap. We had that gap. We're like, why doesn't Clasona focus on building our own product? Usually we would build them sell for a customer, but now we build Vesoko as Clasona to make it our own product. I think
that's how it came to life.
That's how it came to life. We started building. I started writing code on September 24th, 2024.
You remember the exact date. I think you even remember the hour and where you were sitting.
I remember where I was sitting. My computer that was had a fan, I visited Dome. We talked and we were like, this is a potential business. And then when I went back, I brought that idea on the Clasona's table with George and Boca, and we're like, this makes total sense. Let's make it happen.
I see. Wow, that is great, because I was in your shoes. It's just that I didn't have courage to start a Vesoko first, because I don't know. It wasn't my calling, because I see it's your calling, to be honest. Because I was also the customer who could, wait for people to go back home. You're like, bring for me this, bring for me that.
Yes.
Or you can also use this DHL and all the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but you were mentioning about people, the names, how many founders, co-founders that you have, all that.
Yeah, it's 4 co-founders, myself, and then George is from South Sudan. Boca is from Mozambique, and Dominic from Rwanda as well.
Okay.
That's the founding team.
Okay.
But we have more people on board as well.
I see. So you mentioned that it started 2023, 2024?
The business, of course, obviously, these things start long ago, but we launched officially on this exact day of 2025. So August 24th, 2025, that's when we went live. By went live, we launched the platform and we started telling people, hey guys, go on Vesoko.com, buy products. Obviously, we had like one seller with like 50 products, and then started like sending friends, hey, you wanna get akawanga, you wanna get this, and so that's when we officially launched the business as a business.
So we're talking like today is a 1-year anniversary.
Yes, happy birthday, Vesoko. Happy birthday to
Yes.
Happy birthday. But today is 1 year, and it's crazy how it feels like it's been. I
wanted to ask you, because we're just saying it turned 1 year. 1 year is 365 days. It happens a lot of things. Sometimes you wake up when you don't want to code. Sometimes things are running. It's a big celebration, to be honest. And how do you feel about it? How do you feel Vesoko? It's here. People know Vesoko. You are here talking about Vesoko. How do you feel about it?
I feel great. I feel so great. Like during that time, I started 2 businesses, and I closed one of them in February this year after 6 months. So when a business runs for 1 year, it's a big milestone. Like that's that's the first window for failure for most
Yeah.
startups. Like it's easy to give up, it's easy to not see anything working, because especially with Africans, we are very hard to sell to. Like we don't buy in so quickly.
Yeah.
We buy in slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly. So this means a lot. We've done a lot. Like we actually revamped the
Yeah.
platform, changed everything. We did a lot of strategies,
Yes.
and then today we are going to launch a very big thing we've been working on, which is free shipping for all
Wow.
US orders. So if you want African products, shipping shouldn't be a blocker anymore. And the reason we're
Starting
doing that,
today.
yeah, like that's our biggest investment, because I think after running for 1 year, we realized a couple of things. Number one, this business is needed.
Yes.
People need this solution, but there's a lot of barriers to entry into like becoming, making it a thing, of external factors we can control, which is like shipping. We can control shipping prices. We have like third-party companies we work with. So we were like, how do we make, the mission is making these products accessible to people. How do we make it them easy to access for
Accessible.
those people and remove those barriers? So that's why we're investing into like free shipping for now, and then we see like, okay, now people get access to products
Yeah.
without that barrier of
Yes.
of shipping. So free shipping here, guys.
Yeah.
Your favorite products, whatever you need, food, we are investing into, also looking to invest into beauty and stuff, and so clothings. We want people, we were very curious to see how this is gonna happen, because for me, I've always been that person looking at the logs, like this
Yeah.
person reached checkout,
Yeah.
they love the product,
Yeah.
they saw the shipping price,
Yeah,
they
like-
backed off.
yeah.
So that's exciting.
I see. So we're celebrating the milestone of like 1 year
Yes.
of everything, the achievement, but you also have good news for us. You have the
Yes.
free shipping. You have things that you're going to bring, like the
A lot.
beauty,
A
all
lot,
that.
A lot.
A lot of things,
We're bringing in
so-
same day delivery very soon.
Okay.
It's not launching. We have it ready, but
Yeah.
it's not launching. So when you think about Vesoko today, it's like you wanna buy something that gonna move across the country.
Yes.
But there are some people that also wanna buy things they wanna cook in the next 3 hours
Yeah.
or 5 hours
Yes.
or tomorrow. So we are integrating Uber for that, and we will launch it as well very soon.
Yeah.
So you can sit at home. Even restaurants,
I see.
wanna be able to order like everything African in one place.
Yeah.
And so those are all the great news coming up today. Just free shipping, and we'll
Yeah.
keep you guys posted
Wow.
about same day delivery and all the other great stuff. And that's the thing that really keeps my like blood moving, is the excitement of being able to build something and then tweak it around for the people.
Yes.
Because obviously, like if you have the idea in your head, you will build it how you think about
Yeah.
it. And when you launch it, people are like, the sellers start being like, it's too much work to list this product this way, then you
Yeah.
have to tweak. The customer the same way. So I'm so glad we are now building something from
I
people's
see.
direct feedback.
I see. So you're trying to sell like Vesoko that you visioned on day one on September 24th last year. It's totally different from the Vesoko that you have here.
Very different.
It's different.
Very. When we thought about Vesoko,
Yeah.
we will get there, but
Yeah.
it had 4 pieces initially. And I remember we even in our code base, we still have like folders for manufacturer, wholesaler. Vesoko is a complete supply chain in long term. We want to go to Africa, talk to the manufacturers, help these sellers that are already here today also source the inventory. That's our phase 2. Our current phase is like, hey, it's a marketplace. People are buying from sellers who already
Yeah.
have things.
Yes.
We wanna also help those retailers get the inventory direct from Africa. I don't know if you go on my Instagram, you'll see my conversations with Sina Gerard. I was
Yes.
lucky; he gave me his 15 minutes, and I try to make sure I get this across the board, because like we want it to be one full trend. So when we started building, we wanted to have this launch it at one time.
Yes.
And have manufacturers in, wholesalers in, retailers, customers in.
Yeah.
But then we sat there like, it's tough.
I
So we reshaped it in
Yeah.
a lot of beautiful ways, and I'm so excited to see the full thing in one phase, no matter how long it's gonna take.
And I think it's one step at a time, to be honest,
Oh,
because
yeah.
right now, 1 year we're talking about free shipping,
Yeah.
and I feel like also you can see the growth.
Yes,
People
yes.
may be coming to you, even the like the awareness, like how many, like how people know Visoko. I feel like there's a lot of achievements, and of course, definitely, it's gonna work out. We'll see Visoko. It has. I like that mindset. It has to. It doesn't have another choice, to be honest. Yeah. So I really, think that is really a good thing. But as we're transitioning from, Visoko to your other person of your life. Yeah, you kind of mentioned about it, but I just wanted to ask you.
95% of my life is Vesoko.
It's Vesoko, but I want to ask you what, like during this 1 year, we're talking about the good things, everything is working out. But I just want to ask you this time when you felt like, okay, should I do this? Like when you woke up, you're like, okay, what happened? Like, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a one-time thing.
Yeah.
This thing keeps coming every day. There's a day. Not a day. There's probably sometimes we went like a week with no order, right? And then you're like, shit. Like, are people not liking my idea? Those are tough times. There's also pushback from sellers that like we visit a lot of sellers, even in Oklahoma. I got a chance to visit some, and some of them are not yet on board with the idea of online selling, or like it sounds too complex to them, and we understand this. Like when I remember we had when we launched, we had like a founders meeting to make sure we set expectations of like, okay, after maybe month 6 we expect one of us to be wanting to quit. We talked about these things in a long time, and then how are we going to handle this? And then I'm like, after month 3 I expect a phone call at 4 a.m. from you telling me you're overwhelmed. So we talked about these things, and that's why we probably handle them nicely. But so the piece of even today of like having this be a complete thing, like have all the products we want, that's still a big piece, because a lot of sellers a lot of sellers are not tech savvy, and they are not also, they just want to be comfortable in store. So we know it will take us time. I think the reason I also love that keep going is because I think that's the vision. And sometimes one of my biggest role models is Steve Jobs. Is he most people build businesses to solve problems that people have, and some people build businesses to bring something new to life that people don't even know they need. And some of our sellers don't even know they need Vesoko. That they will know, they will understand. And once that click comes in, I will be speaking a different language, probably from Dubai.
Please.
Yeah, so there's that pushback from sellers, from customers. We have those. My favorite part about Vesoko is customer support. Like talking to customers, spitting at my face, like, oh, this karahu tastes so bad. I'm like, I'm not the manufacturer. It's not expired. How do I help? But obviously, the customer is always right, so we have to ship you a new one. So there's always those challenges, and then the bigger one is finances. We are still self-funded, fully self-funded, and so as the business grows, how do you make sure you don't slow it down?
I see.
Because you don't have the means or the finances. That's the biggest question mark. And all of those are still open. Some of them are still open questions, but
because I can see the passion is the one that still pushes you even in the hard times. Because if maybe the manufacturers are having a problem, and then the customers are having a problem, and also you have a bad day, to be honest, sometimes it happens.
Or you can't have a bad day as a founder.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, there is a lot of things that the world is bringing back to you, and maybe the founders, you're not agreeing on the same thing, and it's overwhelming, but, you could quit. To be honest, you could. But I see passion, pushing you and, making you have Vesoko, and we're celebrating 1 year, so.
Yeah, I think don't start a business if you're not 200% passionate about it. Everything about business is negative. Everything about in the beginning is negative. Like you said, the reason I say you can't have a bad day, I didn't mean like you are a human being. You'll have a bad day, but you can't accept to to feel that you have a bad day.
I see.
Because if you accept that you are, the customer expects you to do this, the employee expects you to do this, if you are funded, the founder needs you to do this. Most of the times they want different interests, you want to balance them. We are in between the sellers and the customer. Like, it just becomes to and you're like, okay, I have to solve their problem first, then come to me. And then you wait to get to you, something else comes in. Shipping is broken, so it's tough. But the passion, like you said, is the key. It's like, okay, this is tough, but I signed up for it. I love this, and I should keep pushing it.
Yeah, that's really nice, to be honest. Yes.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yes, we were mentioning about Vesoko, but I know Vesoko is not, your only life. You also have a career,
Yes.
and it's something that we should be talking about, as international students as well. I just want to ask you, just a generous question. Do you think, like, our generation put too much pressure on finding the best career? Do we have, like, in our heads, do you see how we grew up thinking, like, if I do this, then I'll be the successful person in the world?
Yeah.
Do you think we put too much pressure on ourselves to find the best career? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think we put too much pressure, but the world around us also puts too much pressure. I think if you think about international students, you are carrying yourself, probably carrying up another group of 10 people outside this country.
Yes.
That depend on you on a day-to-day life, and also I don't know, carrying a future, a vision of not failing you and failing those people. So that itself brings too much pressure to us that I need to succeed. But I think all of that just makes you actually want to put that pressure on yourself. Although there's much you can do as an individual with.
I see. I see. I feel like international students also, sometimes we feel that we cannot waste time when we come here, because it's like you have to, to number well your days and all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves, and then we miss the purpose of our life.
Yes.
Because I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm assuming, maybe in your life you could have said, like, I have a career, I have someone I'm working, so there's no need of following my passion, because I feel my passion is not going to pay, it's not going to help me maybe like bring money in the first 5 to 10 years. You're like, okay, and then I continue with the pressure that I have with the career. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe this pressure is kind of taking us away from our passion.
200%. And I say this every day. I have a lot of personal ideas and personal views of things that are not very popular. For example, I'll tell you, money is the worst poison anybody can give you against your dream. The more money they give you, the more money they give you in your career, in your jobs, the more they're telling you, hey, screw your dream, forget about this, come, give you money, and then you end up chasing the money and getting the comfort, and you forget about the dream, because the dream will be very uncomfortable.
Yes.
The dream will be, like you said, very unprofitable. No money in the dream.
Yes.
And then you have a side where so you have that comfort, paying rent and all that. So I think definitely the career is a big piece that keeps us very far away from building great things, and actually taking the initiative to get out of the career comfort zone and start something of your own.
Yes, because like that's why we are here talking about Vesoko, but also talking about better career. Because starting up a business is not something like it's not a joke. You have to invest your time, everything. But we can sometimes say, I have a 9 to 5. I have somewhere to be. I am involved in church. I am the leader of this community. I have a lot of things on my table. I can't, define my passion. I don't have time to invest in my dream. Sometimes you bring all those excuses on the table. You're like, I think I don't have time to start a business. But to be honest, here you are. You're celebrating 1 year. I think you didn't have all those excuses. You're like, because you also have a 9 to 5.
Even today, you can't have those excuses, because all of them, they have to happen, and they have to both succeed.
Yes.
I can't go to my work today and be like, oh, sorry, I was on a Visoko phone call,
Yeah.
so I missed this. No,
Yeah.
I can't use Visoko as an excuse to do bad at work.
Mhm.
I can't use work to do bad
Bad
at Visoko. Both of them have to happen, and they have to happen successfully.
I see.
Otherwise, it's a failure, or you choose to opt out of one and just do one thing.
I see.
So it's too much.
Mhm.
It's too much. Like it's too much. But again, that's where you said passion. Once it's a passion, you don't feel it.
You don't feel it.
It's a full-time hobby.
Yeah.
Come from work, go to work
Mm.
again,
Mhm.
keep working, and then sleep. Start
Yeah.
work, go to work, switch work. A
I
lot of
see.
context switching there, but it all feels like wow. I'm so happy.
I see.
I'm glad I'm doing this.
Yeah, yeah. You were mentioning you go to work, you come to work, you know, all that.
Mhm.
But do you mind telling us like a day in your life, like?
Which
Tell
day?
us.
Monday to Friday.
Let's do a Tuesday, because I know Monday it's maybe meetings and what.
Yes.
You know, let's take like a Tuesday. How
A
is your
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Like a co-founder, you know, a person who has a career. How is your Tuesday?
My Tuesday. Tuesday. Well, Monday, Friday. Wake up. I don't want to say the time I wake up, but wake up. First of all, when I wake up, I get a report of how many people visited the platform yesterday, how many people bought, how many people stopped from shipping, how many. I get a summary of what happened a day before, 24 hours before.
So
That's the first thing.
So you wake up and then you grab your phone. That's the first thing that you do.
Yes, I
Okay.
wake up.
Mhm.
I grab and I have to wake up in the first 5 minutes that I'm awake. There's a tendency like, oh, when you get up, you
Yeah.
start being like, I can't get out of my bed.
Yeah.
I have my alarm. Sometimes I wake up before my alarm,
Mhm.
but when I'm up, I'm like, okay, I need to get up in the next 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you just
Yeah,
keep playing.
stay.
So wake up, grab my phone, look at that report,
Yeah.
and then try to see is there something that I need to flag here,
Mhm.
is there whatever, and then after that is when okay now before that I have to write down okay
Yeah.
today what do I want to get done, 3 things I want to get done today, like 3 things, and I will get a lot more done, but
Mhm.
today what do I want to check off and be happy about my life. And then that I make that list before showering if I didn't make it the night before.
Yes.
Usually it's good to make it the night before so
Right.
tomorrow it's
Very
a
good.
cleared out,
Yeah.
you cleared it in your calendar.
Mhm.
But I try to make that list. After that, shower, after showering, pack some food or whatever, and then go or start working on Visoko. And by working is basically all the non-tech work.
Yes.
So looking into fundraising, looking into partnerships, strategies. Like my brain functions the best in the morning, so I take advantage of that.
You're a
Because
morning
writing
person.
code, even
Mm.
with agentic engineering,
Yeah.
so I use my brain like, okay, how is Visoko going to keep running? How is
Yeah.
Visoko going? So those questions, I have to deal with them in the morning
Yeah.
until 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is when I start my career work and finish at 4 p.m. So between 8 and 4, you'll probably catch me at lunch if you want
Yeah.
Visoko. I have my one-on-ones with people during my lunch
Mhm.
hours. And then after I go back home at 4 p.m., try to go to the gym until I have a freedom window between
Yeah.
4 and 6.
Mhm.
The gym time, or I don't know, like maybe if you want to make a family call, or
Yeah.
you want to respond to friends,
Yeah.
that's the window. And then 6 to 7, try to also we have most of our meetings at like 7. Founders, mostly meetings that require founders or like require non-tech stuff.
Yeah.
We have them at like 7 p.m. between 7 to 9 usually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talking there because
Definitely.
yeah, and then whatever. So then
Yeah.
after that, go back to work. Now
Mhm.
after like 8 or 9 p.m.
Mhm.
is when I do the things that require like writing code or like reviewing people's code and all that, and then go to bed at 11:30.
I see. So that's a day in the life of a co-founder.
Nah,
You
oh.
know. Yeah, let's say it, because you have a lot on your table, and
Yes.
I don't know how, because many people will just say you have a lot of things to do in 24 hours.
Yes.
Like that's a lot of things. So Candy, you have like a social life as well, because you have a 4 to 6 p.m. window
Yeah.
where you can do anything.
Yeah.
So that is really cool.
Yeah, the beautiful thing I love is from when I wake up
Mm.
until when I go back to sleep, every minute counts. and I love that. Like every minute, I literally will be doing something. I've had cases whereby some people wanna grab lunch together, and if I haven't planned it, it's I can do it once a month,
Yeah.
but it's like yeah, I'm missing out on something, but yeah, and I think that's the discipline
Yeah.
that I've built.
Yes.
Took me a long time. I think I tried this for like 6 months. Like I sleep for 5 hours, maximum 5.5. So like that, building that, making that my normal.
Yeah.
It took me like 6 months
I
until like now it's my normal. Like even if I don't set an alarm, I know I'm gonna wake up.
Wake up at that
And my
time.
body will wake up, and
Yeah.
then my body will want to sleep at some
Yeah.
point.
That is really a good habit, to be honest.
It is. It's
It is.
fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's
I'm
just
gonna
like-
pay for it in my 60s, my 70s, because
Yeah.
5 hours is not good.
Yeah.
Sleep more if you can.
But you see, we're in that age where it's saying like use, be
Yes.
be efficient. If I would just say, because you're not
Yeah.
gonna get this same energy that
Yes.
in
Yeah.
your 30s or 40s and all that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to ask you more about even your artist side.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
an artist.
Yes.
Tell us what you do.
Alright,
Like
so-
an artist, do you paint? Do you sing?
Oh,
Do you dance? What do you do? What kind of art?
all right. So switch of context.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna talk as Sam Jedi. Yes.
Yeah, that's what we want
So
then.
that's my artist name.
Yeah.
I make music. No, like when I say make music, I definitely then don't make. I don't play any instruments. I'm
Yeah.
a singer songwriter. I work with producers from Rwanda, from the US, and I record, perform, and all those things. So my latest release was 2020, early this year. No, this year.
This
Yeah,
year,
January this year.
2026?
January 2025. Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, I did
Jesus
see
Christ.
2026.
Yeah, that.
We
yeah.
miss you 1 year.
Yeah,
What?
I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah.
Will you be
That's
back?
one piece I've compromised
Yeah.
as well, and it hurts. But you can't, because also when I do it music, I don't do it as for fun. It's
Yeah.
another business. I made a lot of money in college from music, and so I don't want to play with it. So in Chicago, the first piece I now figure out is building a group of people with the same taste, build a band or whatever, and make it a thing. So that will
Yeah.
require work as well. That's why but it's gonna come. I
see.
still sing in my house. I still.
Can
Yeah.
people, book you for the event?
Not now.
Not now?
Yeah, I did a lot of shows in
Yeah.
college, but right now, because if you book me, like I said, I don't like butchering it. I need a band.
Yeah.
I need like to prepare and make sure I give you for what you
Yeah.
paid for. So right now, yeah, if you book me, probably not
Not.
work. But maybe on your birthday,
Yeah.
if I attend or something,
You can
so, yeah.
capella,
Kind of
something,
capella, yeah.
something like that. I'm so glad that I kind of like listen to your songs and they're really good.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Thanks,
they are, they
thanks.
are.
Which one is your favorite?
So I don't know the names exactly, but I
alright.
will just play it for you and then
Okay.
Yeah, I do-
I'm
I-
happy.
yes,
Yeah.
I did like them, and even the video.
Oh, yes.
Like, did you shoot some here or you
Yes,
had
yes. I shot the latest one I released in January. I
Yeah.
shot that in Montreal actually.
Montreal?
Yeah, Montreal,
Okay.
Canada, yeah.
So I like the way when you're doing things, you go, on the extra.
That's why I told you
know?
I can't do it now because I can't half bake it.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna invest in it.
Yes.
So I flew to Montreal. I wanted to change the scene,
Yeah.
to shoot it from there. I shoot some from Rwanda. I shoot some from here as well, and most of them actually from here. I shot like 2 in
Yes.
Rwanda, I think.
Okay.
So that's a big investment as well. So if I'm doing it, I want to do it.
So you're an international local artist because
Eh.
you're doing it in Rwanda, you're doing it
In
in
the
America,
US.
you're
Yeah,
doing it in
yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like wherever I wake up, and sometimes I also use it as a reason for traveling because
definitely.
I'm lazy to travel without purpose. That's
I see.
probably another thing I should work on. Like probably
Yeah.
my partner would be like, "Oh yeah, we want to go to Hawaii." I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, is there an African market to visit?" But that's
Please,
no.
no,
Exactly.
don't do that.
That's exactly what I need to work on.
Yeah,
I
please.
always try to find
Yeah.
a justifiable reason to travel.
Yeah.
And sometimes I use this music to be like, okay, if I go in Montreal, I can't just come like that.
Yeah.
You know, bring back a music video.
Yeah.
But I think I should. I'm working on like just living.
That should be
just
your-
existing.
Yeah, that should be your New Year resolution. You know, it's things that you
Not
have to
this
work
year, but maybe after like next year.
after like next year.
Yeah,
Then are we
yeah.
talking 2029?
2020, 2028.
Please 2020, make it 2027.
Because I think Vesoko will be a little more stable.
Yes.
And I will be back into the music, and I will
Yeah.
also be a little more like less tight. So
see.
I can make a plan, go to, I
Yeah.
don't know, I want to go to Switzerland, I want to go to Maldives,
Yeah.
and just go, just leave.
Yeah, we'll break the mentality will be there, you know, showing
yeah.
all that you're doing. So
Yeah.
let us know,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Okay, you will see. You will
Yeah.
hear the stories if you are not there. So, Yeah.
We'll have to talk to the manager and all that. But I just want to ask you the last question
Yes.
about the artist, like the art thing. Do you think, like, most people, when you do something and you're good at it,
Yeah.
most people tell you, oh, you should monetize that, you know,
Yeah.
bring some money into it.
Yeah.
Do you kind of agree with that statement, or you're like, not everything has to be money at some point, you know? Where do you fall between the two?
you have to differentiate those things.
Yes.
Right. And I think you have to be very clear about them. And I've realized that, for example, again, my music is not for fun. I monetize it, but at the same time, there is sometimes I'm not gonna put a price to it. Like, for example, I don't know, someone books me for, I don't know. Okay, you have to differentiate mentally first. Like, if you're going to do it and you are doing it waiting for money, it's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I go to the studio, for example,
Yes.
I'm having fun, I'm
Yes.
having a blast, and then by God's grace, that blast pays.
Pays, yes.
Yeah, but I don't think of, oh, let me release a song and earn money.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me enjoy myself, record a song. The same thing even in
Yeah.
Vesoko. Like, hey, let me find sellers, let me connect people, and then they will pay for that.
Yeah.
But you can't put money on like as a first thing. Although the reason I said you also need to differentiate it is now, okay, at what point, if that money doesn't come in, at what point do you consider this keeping going as something for fun?
Yeah.
Or at what point do you want to close it off? For example,
Yeah.
I told you I closed my business because, not because of the money, but it was getting tough to run
Yeah.
because it was in Rwanda when I'm here. So you have to clearly mentally differentiate those.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens, you try to put it in, okay, I classify this as something non-monetary
Yeah.
valuable. And I classify this as a monetary variable, I should handle this
I
way.
see.
Yeah.
So we should know in the get-go if this is for money
Yeah.
or for passion, so
Yes.
that you do not mix it in the end.
Yes,
I
yes.
see.
You should know, okay, I'm looking at this as a business,
Yeah.
as something to make money out of.
Mhm.
And when you look at like that, you should also be willing to invest in money.
Definitely.
Because something, for example, if you look at my music videos, it's not something I had told my friend to grab their camera.
No.
I had to get like
Yeah.
videographers and even invest in sets. So
And
that's
I-
something I'm like, I want to monetize.
I see even big names on like the production, like big
Oh, yeah,
names. So
yeah,
like someone,
exactly.
they are very well known people working on your
Exactly.
projects, and
Exactly.
that is something that I have been liking about, you know, whatever that you're saying. Because
Yeah.
if it's Vesoko, you have to travel and do everything.
Yeah.
If it's art, like arts,
You
invest
have-
in
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If
And
it's
you'll
your
find me
career.
somewhere doing this for nothing.
I know.
I could find me here, or even with my friends.
Mhm.
We are just doing it, and in that moment, I'm like, it's not monetary. Like
Yeah.
we are just doing it for fun.
Yes.
And I know that in my head, we are doing it. We're
I
doing it
see.
for fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, you're telling us more about, you know, the arts, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of things, you know, just touching.
Check out my YouTube channel.
Please, you know what? I will just put everything. I will pin everything there, like your YouTube channel. I'll put it in the description. Your Instagram page.
Maybe my
everything.
YouTube channel, they can find it.
They
I
can
don't
find
know
it.
if you want to pin it. I mean, like, it depends on you. I do
Yeah.
not mind, but again, I'm in a space right now whereby, like, you know, if you, this was 2024, I would be putting this up front because that was the
Yeah.
time I'm like buzzing it
I
out.
see.
And the good thing about music, it never dies. It's always there.
Yeah.
So people can check it out. But before my YouTube channel, check out Vesoko.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what I'm liking about this. We have a lot of things to check about you.
Oh.
Obviously, we have like the art side, and you never know. People will be coming to you for career advices. You never know. You
Career
have a lot of
advice.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Okay.
give advice, but if you
Yeah.
come to me for career advice, you have to be willing to actually take the advice. It's not easy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it
Yeah.
and tell you like, oh, like it's a smooth road.
Yeah.
It's I think that's one thing I hate about graduation
Yeah.
speeches.
Yeah.
Most people in graduation speeches, they brighten for you how
Yeah.
after you go out of there, everything
Gonna
will
be
be
good.
sugar,
Yeah.
will be milk, but it's tough.
I see. Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, this is the last question I want to ask you. If you have, any final advices that you can give international students, because you have been there, you're someone who is having, a startup business. It has
Yeah.
1 year anniversary right now, and also you're an artist. You haven't given up on your dreams. You haven't given up on your talent and all that. So it's someone who has a lot of perspective. So what is one, like 2 to 3 advice you can give international student, or even one? Don't pressure yourself to give us more. Yeah.
I think the biggest piece of advice is take your dreams off Google Docs, off your brains, anything. Get started.
Yeah.
Get started working towards something.
Yes.
By getting started, it could be you starting to work on your mindset, starting to work on deleting. I've erased words like impossible, words like what if it goes wrong. Those things don't exist in my
Yeah.
vocabulary, and that's something, if you don't have it by nature, you have to work on building that mentality. So I think just get started.
Yeah.
Do you want to build Vesoko? Get started thinking about, oh, okay, maybe I need what goes on a seller's life, what goes on like how would I implement shipping if this was to
Yeah.
happen? How does UPS work? How does Uber work? Like getting started is not you launching like the platform.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us have those dreams, have those projects, but they are still concepts.
I see.
And I think the fear of getting started is something we have a lot. And the reason I emphasize on getting started, because there's a lot of external factors that we can't control,
Yeah.
that keep you from starting, which is like, oh, I'm not ready settled down in the US. I don't
Yeah.
have a 3 or 5 year visa.
Yeah.
Or how am I gonna build something if I'm just a student?
Yeah.
I think that's the mentality you have to clear out. Get started. If the law knocks you, you knock it back. No, if the law knocks you, yes, at least you got started, and you will probably figure out how you wanna tweak what you started to match or to go into line. But if you don't get started, well, you never find out.
You'll never find out. So
Yeah.
don't stay in your comfort zone. Go and
Yes.
embrace whatever that you have on your paper or whatever you have written.
There is no comfort zone as an international, in my opinion.
You
And
say
that's
it,
what
say it.
that's what I think there's
Yeah.
no comfort zone for us.
Yeah.
And that's what will probably end up depressing you
Yeah.
when you're looking for it, but the system doesn't allow it to exist.
Yeah.
So when you look for it, you never find it because
see.
it's systematically impossible, right?
Impossible, yeah.
Well, I erased that word, but it's it's systematically impossible. So I
Yeah.
think understanding what you can control, what you can't control, and then starting to work on what you can control, that's the biggest winning mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it will even be easier for you at some point if you're focusing on something that is going to work
Yes.
than like leaning on the negative side of everything.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of asking, what if it goes wrong?
Yeah.
Ask, what if it goes right? What are the positive side of me building this circle?
Yeah.
There's a lot that can go wrong. There's a lot that goes wrong, in
Yeah.
fact. But don't have like the pessimism side of doing things. Just get started, and people will notice what you're doing.
I
And
see.
the government will also notice what you're doing in some cases. And they will react to what you're doing. But I don't, for example, when I'm pitching this, or even the reason we're still like self-funded, I didn't want to go to people with money to tell them my idea. they're like, oh, I want to build great thing. I want to come to you with, hey, I built this, now I need a hand.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what everybody should be sort of working towards.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that is a good advice that we international students should do. And my takeaway is like we don't have a comfort zone as international students.
Not even
We
that.
don't. So
Yeah.
please do something that is coming on your mind, and it will work out. And don't worry about it. So
I don't know about it. I can't worry about it.
Let's try.
And that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
don't expect it to, like, I don't know. It will work out in
Yeah.
1 year. You will
Yes.
be disappointed.
definitely.
I think about it as like a road. You're taking a road trip. You know the destination, but you don't know how you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll meet traffic on the road. Maybe the road is closed. You have to take another road. But you know the destination. That's the vision.
I
So
see.
just have that vision and then go through it. Expect a rough route to that, but eventually you'll get there. But don't expect a set timeline, or it needs to work out. We're turning 1 year today. If I
Yeah.
said, oh, Vesoko needs to have boomed today, I would have given up long time ago,
I see.
because it's been 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and things take time before they can actually work
Yeah.
out. Most of the times, I
I
think.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. So thank you so much for that. I just wanna end this with the final remarks of Vesoko. Remind us that this is like 1 year anniversary today.
Yes.
And thank you so much for putting in the work. We are seeing this. We are satisfied customers, if I would just say. And
That's
other
good.
people
good.
has been who we've been talking about Vesoko. They are very impressed by what you're doing. So thank you so much, and keep the hard work that you're doing.
Yes.
It has started to pay off, to be honest.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So if you have any final remarks, remind us about the products, the shipping, any updates that you have, and then we can close from there.
No, thanks. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that you are satisfied
They are.
customers. I think you guys ordered a bunch of times from us,
Yeah.
and I think that's the greatest stories I like to hear. There's this time I went to California, San Francisco, for a different conference with like African Diaspora Network, and then while I was grabbing my badge, the lady was handing over badges. It's like, wait, Eve Vesoko?
Yeah.
She's from Miami. She ordered from us, and those are the things I'm like, wait.
Wow.
That's the impact
Yeah.
that you want to create. But
Yeah.
hey, Vesoko, if you're looking for African products in the US right now, only the US, looking for African products, please go to vesoko.com. The products you grew up seeing in your village, seeing in your city, that's what Vesoko strives to do. And then if you also know African sellers, African retailers who want to go beyond their city, beyond their region, and sell across the country, that's Vesoko. We take care of. Like, Vesoko is here to. We're not interested in owning products, in owning inventory.
Yeah.
We are interested in connecting the products to the people who want the products. So. If we do the marketing, the shipping, all the logistics, customer support, all those things, and I track how often like our orders get to customers earlier than we
Yeah.
promised them, and right now it's about 7% of our orders get there at least like 5 hours before the expected time, and I think that's what makes me happy. And I can't wait to see what the next years hold for us. I think I love building Vesoko, besides anything else, all the benefits and all that. And I can't wait to build this with you guys. Next time we go to Canada, we have a lot of people calling from Europe, and I think that will be a life mission such. If we now Vesoko moves things on a minute basis,
Yeah.
that would be my dream come true.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you talked about everything about Vesoko, the shipping and all that.
Yes, you
So,
take advantage of free shipping across
Yeah.
all orders in the United States. So
yeah, that
yeah.
is something that they're launching and they're bringing in. So please be mindful about that, and remember that you can order anything and then have a free shipping.
Yeah.
That is a good thing you can have when you are checking out your products. So
Yep, arrives to you 3 to 4 days
Yes.
shipping, and then we'll keep you posted when
Yes.
we launch same day as well.
yeah,
So you can, because right now we can't ship frozen goods, so we can't ship, let's say, alcohol
Yeah.
between states.
I see.
But once we launch same day, you can
You
sit
can.
here and order some frozen
Yeah.
goat meat in
Yes.
your village, some meat. I'm working on that.
yeah.
Once you have people with licenses to sell
Yeah.
them, so yeah, those are all exciting stuff. But beyond that, if you have a dream, get started towards that. And when you do it, don't butcher it. The main reason why a lot of artists are seen like not getting what they want from that music, because they butcher the artistry. Like someone wants to be an artist, but for them being an artist is like going on recording a song on their memo and then like misusing the talent. So I think if you want to do it seriously, and at some point, maybe not tomorrow, not whatever, it's going to pay off.
Yeah. It will pay off. Thank you so much, Eve, for being on this podcast.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having you.
I hope I broke the mentality.
Yeah, you did, please. You did. Something that stuck on my mind, we don't have comfort zone. To be honest, that is my takeaway from this, and a lot of things, that is what is on top of my mind. But, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming and talking about Vesoko and what it is, and, all the good things that you have for us as customers. We're so impressed by that, and I hope it's going to be, evolving and being something bigger that you want. So
thanks for having us. Love talking about Vesoko.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching. We're going to see you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. See you on the next episode.
See you.